And welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. Time for a little bit of hip-hop trivia for you. The artist who painted Tupac's album art for Don Killuminati lives right here in Texas. Now, Riskie Forever is originally from Compton, but he's been living in the Dallas area since 2020. 25 years later, the famous album cover is one of the most recognizable in hip-hop history. And if you have enough cash, you could win the original work for yourself in an auction. We all know that iconic album cover that was created for Tupac's album, Don Killuminati. And of course, how did that come about for you as an artist creating that?
I mean, it came about, basically it was a call from Suge Knight and the idea that he had put together. And, I presented the idea to him. And then once I got the idea over to him, I sat down with Tupac about it, and he gave me all the finishing touches that he wanted to add it.
And back in the day, we still had vinyl. We also had CD covers. And when you put it in your hand and looked at it and said, that's my work representing Tupac right there, what did you think?
I never in my life thought that would happen. I was a fan before I even had the opportunity to even meet Tupac. So I never in my life had the idea that ever would happen. But when it did, I was really shocked because, coming from Compton, California, I never, like I said, I could have never expected anything like that to happen. And I was just a young artist at the time. So that was a big thing for me back then.
And so how did Suge Knight go about picking you specifically?
I mean, I grew up in the same neighborhood that he came from. So, a lot of people from my neighborhood kept, putting my name in his ear. And then I had the opportunity to finally meet him. And then when he introduced me to Tupac, everything else from there was history.
And what was that meeting like?
I mean, it was at a video shoot. So it was kind of a quick meeting, but, it was straight to the point. And, 2 weeks after that, they had me working on, my first project, and that was the All Eyes on Me insert for the first double CD in hip hop history.
Wow, wow. And so how long did it take you to do the Don Killuminati album cover, the art that we see on that? How long did it take, the process? Everybody thinks it's crazy because when I tell them, seeing how the album is called The 7-Day Theory, but it actually took me 7 days. I went in on one Friday, and the next Friday I was presenting the finished piece. Were you nervous when you were presenting that finished product?
I definitely was on pins and needles because after Tupac had sit down and explained to me everything that he wanted, he never had the opportunity to see. Other than what I showed him when I started with, he never had the opportunity to see the finished piece. So when I was taking it to him to show him, I was sitting on pins and needles, and I was kind of hoping, like, I hope he likes this, you know what I mean? And when he first looked at it, I just seen the light up in his eyes. So it let me know, like, I did that. Okay, I did that. I made it happen, And he let me know that, when he first looked at it, that he was happy that I was able to put into paint something that he had come out of his mind with.
Right. That's most impressive. Now, the art for the album cover is actually being auctioned off. For those who are interested, is the process done? Can others get involved? Where does it stand right now? I'm sure there's a bidding war going on.
I mean, there's somewhat of a bidding war going on right now. I mean, the auction is at Heritage Auctions. The auctions will conclude this Saturday at 11 a.m. So everybody still has the opportunity to join in, place those last minute bids if they like. It's still a possibility if you want to own this iconic piece.
And what exactly would you be purchasing? Will you like something on canvas that you did? The album cover, how does it, what are we actually seeing when we make this purchase and place a bid?
I mean, when you make the bid, you're going to be actually receiving the actual canvas painting that, the artwork came from, that they, used to print, the CD booklet for the Machiavelli 7-Day Theory album cover. You're going to be receiving that piece along with the one-of-a-kind NFT that I have like a never before told story that I'll talk about in creating that album. So you'll have that opportunity to just get that history.
And Riskie, I'm sure you have some stories to tell. For those who would like to see some more of your artwork, where can they follow you on social media or your website? What?
Well, right now I have my website, but my website is somewhat under construction. I mean, everything that's going on with the project right now, I wanted to remove everything and just lean towards just putting all eyes on the auction right now.
Okay,
but you can definitely follow me on Instagram, and that's at Riskie Forever, and it's spelled RISKIEFOREVER, and that's on Instagram. You can reach me directly there. I have art, that I post on my Instagram page along with, stories and stuff. It's just I'm an artist, so my vibe is just all over my Instagram,
There you go. There you go. Well, RIP to Tupac and happy birthday to Tupac as well. And thank you, sir, for joining us here on The Factor Uncensored. It was an honor and a pleasure to meet you.